Hello Wanderers, welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Hypatios of Krete in the air to Alexander. And in the last episode, you will doubtlessly remember that we took the lands surrounding Carthage for our own, and that will provide us with a little bit of security, or we had hoped it would provide us with a little bit of security. But the ruler of the Islids here, Aberdal ibn Isli, still holds a significant portion of the newly conquered lands, and he only nominally accepts our leadership. And honestly, I don't think he really accepts it at all, considering he has actually joined in a liberty faction with the Duke of the former Duke of Athens, I should say, Theodoros of House Skleros. Obviously, House Skleros has been a thorn in our side for many years, and these two are planning on working together to essentially, it seems as though they would like to rise up or, get themselves essentially autonomy. So we were going to send our troops in here to Hungary to help our ally here in Hungary deal with his civil war. But I had to pull the troops back to Crete and disband them because we need to prepare our army and get them ready just in case this event fires. And I think there's an understanding that we've heard word, and we understand that these two vassals seem to have been working together. We've probably got spies in their court and things like that. They're working together and they plan on potentially doing something. Maybe we're not sure what just yet, but we know that they're up to something. So they can send an ultimatum, and I suspect they probably will. So we're pulling our troops back, and we're gonna let them rest up while we prepare to deal with this situation. Unfortunately, we can't help Hungary if our own lands are currently in a lot of distress due to these unruly vassals that we have. Reina, my courtier, frets all day, evidently attempting to find the right words. At last, we make our way to dine. She begins sheepishly. My liege, I hear rumors that Ablarion, the Sultan of Africa, has come to see you as the focus of his enmity. He maintains that he is personally wronged by a continued rule of his rightful domain, Medea in particular. Ha, that venomous buffoon? We could become rivals. I shall write to Ablarion at once. Okay, let's see. Can we be diplomatic? Inconsequential prattle, I am sure. I don't know if I want to become rivals with them. I've actually been thinking that we might not necessarily continue our expansion here, but let's see. Humble. Yeah, and I think that this humble trait here is doing a lot of work for this event, because if we were, say, devious or ambitious or any of those kind of things, callous, I think we would definitely pick one of these options. But because we're a very diplomatic sort of person, humble, I think that we're going to try to find peace if we can. So we shall write to Sultan Ablarion. There's still only a chance, 66% chance we become rivals. That would be pretty understandable, but we'll see what happens. He ignores my letter and we become rivals. All right, I'm fine with that. I think it makes sense that he would consider us his rival, considering everything that we've done against him at this point. So that's fine, and I think that actually makes the most sense for the story. So sorry, Sultan Ablarion, but now that you're our rival, we're obviously going to be a little bit more, maybe not necessarily more aggressive towards you, but the idea of getting peace with the Aghlabids is going to be a little bit more difficult, especially, we might probably conquer some more of his lands, maybe not all of it. I'd like to leave him around, just me as a player, because I like this character. But we'll probably at least conquer our way down so that we can get that continuous strip here down to Egypt eventually. That's kind of the goal. So I think that makes a lot of sense, though, that he would consider us his rival at this point. So you'll notice that we did give out some land here to our good knight Komitas Zikandales, and looks like he's found himself a wife here, Countess Monica. Very good. He should be a good and able servant there and help us keep control of Carthage and that region there. Looks like our daughter's husband, Princess Alexandros' husband here, stumbled over those words, is now a independent ruler. Oh, he inherited Pomoria because his grandfather was the ruler of Pomoria. And then so it went down, the claim went down through his father. So now he rules Pomoria, and he's going to eventually inherit Zahumia as well one day. So, okay, so he's actually going to be a reasonably powerful character, and he's got a matrilineal marriage with Princess Alexandra. So the ruler of these lands here, this nice little chunk of land, is going to be in Argeus at some point. So I think that's pretty cool. And that could actually end up being helpful. He doesn't have a ton of troops, but 500 troops is nothing to laugh at, especially because his mother has another 1,000. Some good alliances there. Better than the Hungarian alliance, which has just always been a thorn in our side. I don't think we've ever gotten help from Hungary, and they've only ever asked for help. So yeah, let's see how this all plays out here. We'll see once this rebellion fires. So we're gonna like speed time up just a little bit here. The Emperor lost his war with the Armenians and the Georgians here. And so, yeah, don't even ask me how. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of troops, massively in debt. Look how much he's in debt. He had to pay so much money to Prince Grigor here after that war that he was massively in debt. So this emperor here, Basileus Akakios, does not have a lot of power. And, you know, that makes me wonder... Faction to install Prince Basil. Yeah, look at this. He's got, you know, we've got another. He wants to get back on the throne. Who does he got backing him? Just Countess Valeria. Okay, but he might get more. We'll see. I mean, considering the Emperor is so hugely in debt, it's curious to see. We could create an independence faction or a dissolution faction or something ourselves, but I don't think we're gonna do that just yet. Dissolving the Byzantine Emperor? What? Okay, now what? He's declared another war? Duke Makarios here is just really... Him and the Emperor are not getting along, and he's bold, you know, considering the Emperor is massively in debt. This guy's gotten very, very bold, and he's just like, you know what? The Emperor can't stop me from doing what I want, so I'm just gonna do it. And the Emperor's gonna try, but we'll see. Greetings, my benign liege. Sycophant. I have arrived in Heraclio to pay homage to you, glorious despot. As a show of my loyalty, I bring you rich gifts worthy of your majesty as a token of my goodwill and servitude. Very well, show him in at once. Alright, we will take your money. I wait on my throne for the arrival of Duke Aberdal, who is soon announced and ushered before me. He kneels in deference as attendants bring forth his gifts of coin and precious objects. The oath is taken, and scribes record his pledges to serve the despotate of Crete. Though the Duke has clearly practiced Greek vows, he mispronounces several sections, humorously changing their meaning and leaving my courtiers in stifling titters. Alright, good effort. Do you have any idea what you just said? Oh my god, we cannot take this stress break. But we are humble, so we are going to say good effort. There's not an easy language. I'm curious what is he after by doing this? He is, you know, he's bringing us gifts, but we know that he's been making a deal with Theodoros here. I'm very curious about that. I don't trust these guys. I don't trust either of them. And one thing that I would like to do, because he is because he is, I don't know, he's been, making too much, he's been having too much contact with our wayward duke here in Attica, or count here anyways. So I want to just, in preparation and to kind of be careful, I was looking at this earlier. He has title revocation protected, but we can actually deal with that by removing that. We would get a tyranny hit, but if we make a deal in exchange, perhaps he comes here to our court, and we would say to him, he brings his gifts, and we reaffirm his right to rule those lands, but we put on some stipulation. We will say we will grant you a certain level of autonomy. We will grant you the Ikta, but if you do not serve us faithfully and loyally, then your rulership over those lands is not guaranteed. Your rulership over those lands is only guaranteed if you continue to be loyal. But we'll make this little deal by granting you a little bit less taxes and a little bit more autonomy there within your own realm. So he will accept that, and I think that is good. There is a grand tournament here. Who is holding this? Oh, can we join this grand tournament? No, we may not arrive in time. Is this? Let's see here. Oh, I see. It just wants us to hold. It says we can hold one because we have enough money now. We're not going to do that because money is tough to come by here. So what do we have here? There's no end to the opinions and wants of my son and heir Odysseus. Half the time he is trying to tell me what to do instead of the other way around. He has become bossy. Oh, all right. What is bossy? Oh yeah, so he could become a war leader or a stewardship education. We're not gonna pick one just yet. We'll see what the computer gives him. We've played a bunch of warlike characters before, so I'm not necessarily opposed to maybe giving him a stewardship education so that we can have a ruling-based ruler, not a war-based ruler here. So I think that we'll probably give him the stewardship education. We may even send him over here to Pomoria in order to have him educated by his sister. One nice thing, and I do want to just point this out, we currently have the in relation to the Aglabids here, we currently have the daughter of Sultan Ablarion here in our prison. And well, not in our prison, she's under house arrest. And I think we're gonna keep her here for now, because having her under house arrest, I think, is advantageous to us here in what we're hoping to accomplish, and that is essentially to block Sultan Ablarion from acting against us because we have his daughter. We're treating her well. Don't mistake that. We're probably treating her very well. I assume she's not like in our prison or anything like that. She's probably not even relegated simply to her room. She probably has like relatively, free reign to go about the palace and things like that. I imagine that would be the case. But, she is still under our charge, and so that should be helpful to us in kind of blocking Sultan Ablarion here. So let's see what's going on. 2 more months, then they can send their ultimatum. Curious to see if they're going to. They do have the advantage here. They've got enough power to do so. What in the world was my niece Nicorete doing in the wardrobe in the servants' quarters, playing hide and seek, as she claims? She looks like a fool, smiling, flustered cheeks, drooling, barely hearing what I'm saying. Oh no, I know what happened. She must have seen 2 of the Chandlers, plucking a rooster together. That is undoubtedly lust in Nicorete's eyes. Interesting. You randy little bugger, save it for when we grow up. I think we're just because we can't take the stress hit here. And, you know, I don't think we would care that much. Very interesting that she's becoming just, ambitious, and lustful. That's a crazy group of traits for a future despotisa to hold. Interesting here that she is, you know, betrothed to our son. So, you know, she's got like many years. She's gonna be single for 10 years before Odysseus grows up. So, you know, we'll see with that lustful trait if she avoids taking any lovers before then. If she does, we may have to break off the betrothal just out of, you know, this for the sake of honor and things like that, the honor of our son. But we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. But we're gonna take that option because I don't think we would really like care that much, and we're not a chaste character by any means. And yeah, I just think we would just be like, you know what, that's grown-up stuff. Deal with it when you grow up. But I don't think it's gonna dissuade her from from anything really. So, well, Rakiza has learned the Norse language. Oh, that's very good. What do we have here? A little Princess Sophie of Hyastan has accused my sister, Grand Princess Ariadne, of having an extramarital affair with her lover Joab. How could she defile the sanctity of marriage? Oh dear. Well, it seems as though our dear sister Ariadne, the inapathetic drunk recluse, is also an adulterer. That is sad. Zeus will judge these sinners. Indeed, he shall. Oh, and she's been imprisoned. The Hungarians, you bastards. I mean, she did deserve it, but you bastards. To the benevolent Hypatios, please accept this humble gift. It was a treasured possession of mine, so I hope it serves you as well. Who is this man? Duke Eusebios One-Eyed of Armeniac. Why does he like us? Oh, he's our friend. I was like, who is this guy? He's our friend, apparently. And he's giving us a cursed lynx hide. Oh, well, thank you. That's a nice little artifact there. We appreciate that. Let's put that up in our court here. Do we have room for it? Well, I mean, this one is going to get destroyed pretty soon, and I don't want to spend my money bringing it back. So we're going to just hang this one up here. And there we go. Look at our throne room. It's just, we just have furs everywhere in our throne room. It's definitely like, you know, this hunting trait is, you know, helping us decorate our throne room. Oh, see, so now they can send an ultimatum. Are they going to? I hope so. Well, we'll see. I hope so, because that will allow us to potentially act against them. Oh, but if we assign him... if we assign him the steward role, no, he still despises us. But, you know, we can... I don't think we're... The thing is, I don't think we're going to try that hard to make peace with this guy. We offered him to convert to the Hellenic religion, and he refused. So, you know, we don't have that much, you know, goodwill towards Duke Aberdal at all. I don't think we have any reason to, so. And here we go. All right, so I'm going to first select our perk here, and we're gonna pick Zealous Proselytizer. That's gonna help us convert our counties even faster. What are we doing in regards to... Oh, we're fabricating that claim on Athens, yeah, which is still important. Actually, I wonder if it is. It is time to accept the inalienable rights of the vassals, accept the demands of the Liberty faction, or face our swords on the battlefield. We will obviously not be threatened here. So this is good. And let me explain why. I'm sure you know why. These two vassals rising up against us is going to give us the reason, the justification for revoking some of these titles, I believe. So this is actually, yeah, quite good news. So what we need to do is raise our army and crush this rebellion swiftly here. So looks like Attica is probably going to meet up here in, I'm guessing they're probably both going to Carthage. Oh. But Islid has an alliance with Ablarion, so he's taking this opportunity to act against us. All right, so we're gonna definitely need to call in our house members here, for sure. And because it's a defensive war, we should be able to call in our other allies as well. And I think that this will give us the advantage we need in order to be able to defeat our enemies here. There we go. We've raised up our armies. We're going to lead it ourselves. So there we go. And we're probably going to go and land here in Nabu and wait for the rest of our allies to join up here. So let's see. Yeah, Attica's sailing over to Carthage. So they want to gather up their forces and probably strike at us together. You know, Ablarion's got some troops now. So we're definitely gonna need to have our full group of allies here if we want to defeat their army. Yeah, he's sieging down Mahdia, of course, because he wants that land. The Hungarians lost, unfortunately. I'm not too upset about that, considering that the previous Hungarian prince arrested my sister. She's out of prison now, but, you know, I'm going to invite her to my court so that she can live out her days here, because this man, he doesn't even have, you know, any claims or anything like that. Yeah, so we're going to bring our sister back home. She's Taltois now, but, you know, that's fine. So let's get our troops in here. Oh, here's the question. Do we really need this claim on Athens now that we're gonna probably arrest Scleros in this war? I wonder. I don't think we do. I think we'll have reason to revoke his titles because he was a traitor. So I don't actually think that we need the claim. This could be a little bit risky, but I don't think we need it, and I think that we are going to just revoke it because he's a traitor and save our money, because the money thing is just it's becoming a problem that we just don't have enough money here. So all right, so we're landing our troops. Our allies have landed their troops as well. And yeah, looks like Pomoria and Zahulmia are both on their way. So we're going to let our troops gather up, and then we should be fine. You know, Duke Ablarion is taking a big risk here, considering we have his daughter here, you know, under house arrest. We're not going to take any action against her. And, you know, I've got some plans for what we can do with Princess Fatima here. And they're probably not what a lot of you are thinking, but it is a good plan, and I think it's going to come to fruition probably sometime after this war. But for now, she is going to remain a hostage. So Ablarion, he is really taking a big risk there. I don't know why, but today I'm in a strangely good mood. But yeah, that's a weird. It's not so much that I'm feeling overly euphoric, but I just feel at ease and at peace no matter what. Wow, so, you know, we probably went and prayed at the temple and just maybe got this really positive feeling and like feel like the gods are with us here. So we lose a little bit of stress. That's helpful because I have a feeling this character is going to die of a heart attack. I just would be surprised if he doesn't die of a heart attack here, so. Oh, we do need a new steward. I'm gonna put Mayor Phocas. Oh no, I'm gonna. Yeah, all right. These guys are both the same here in terms of their diplomacy, so we're gonna put Mayor Phocas back in charge of that. Okay, so we've got enough troops. Oh, okay. Zahulmia is coming. So we'll let them come. They do have some. Who is this? Tangiers? Tangiers is an ally of them, I guess. All right, so they're gonna gather up their entire army. We're gonna gather up our entire army, and then we're gonna go in and deal with them. I'm very passionate about here, but Despotisa Rikiza requires so much attention and care, which is difficult at a time like this. She knows how important my duties as king are, so of course I cannot spend all my remaining waking hours with her. No, little firebrand, it's not that I don't care. She's a little annoyed that we've been off at war for so long. It's not that we don't love you, it's just that we need to defend the realm here. All right, now it is time to go and bring our forces to bear against the rebellious army and their allies here. We should be able to, I think we'll be able to win this with our allies coming in to assist us. There we go. Big advantage here. Markurios again? What is going on here? The Emperor has no authority. Oh, he must have... Did he lose his war with Stearman again? I have no... Is this an aggressive war? Attacking... This guy is crazy. Duke Makarios has what? Beat the Emperor twice in a rebellious war, and now he's going up against the King of Serbia himself. Like, this little duke is going up against one of the biggest kingdoms in the region. This is insane. This character, what? And he's incapable. He took a hit to the head, so his regent, Duchess Sergia. Wow, this is like some Game of Thrones level stuff that's going on. Not to mention, the current emperor is just lacking any sort of authority. His vassals, just anytime he demands something, they just rise up in rebellion, defeat him, and then go about their business. This emperor here. I'm curious to see what you guys have any suggestions for of how to deal with the fact that Basileus Akakios here is just completely lacking any authority. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up getting to autonomous vassals here at some point, because he cannot hold on to any power, and his vassals just rise up at the drop of a hat here. So in any case, we still need to deal with our own war here first and foremost, and that is going to be most important here. Oh, we captured Mayor Azrur. So let's take a look at this battle, the details of this battle here. And we can see that our Hetera maimed Theophilus Basarion. Mayor Theodulos slew Ugdada. Ianos slew Wali Tajadin. We captured Apollonios Panocometes and Misogenes Khaldun and Mayor Azrur. We can probably get a ransom for the mayor here. Indeed, 30 coins. That's going to be pretty helpful to us. Anybody else worth ransoming? Doesn't look like it. So there we go. And then we're going to head into the enemy's capital and siege them down. That's going to give us a big chunk of war score that's going to be pretty helpful to us. So yeah, there we go. We might even actually hit their armies again if they do retreat there. We'll see where they're retreating to. Expectations. You are always there for me, and I hope you know that I'm grateful. My niece, Despotisa Nicarete, approaches me in a rare moment of contemplation. When I need it, I expect you to be there for me too. This is what it means to be a guardian. We could gain a weak hook on her. Or we could potentially get a friendship with her. A weak hook would be pretty useful. Yeah, you know what? I think that we're going to get the weak hook here. Not because we're trying to like hold it over her or anything like that, but I think we're just instilling on her this idea that you know, she is a ruler and she's going to be a ruler in her own right, but she has an obligation not just to us, but to the Hellenic Greeks, and of whom that we are essentially the head of the Hellenic Greeks. She has a duty to assist us and in protecting those people. And so we're going to get that weak hook on her because that's going to be very helpful to us in the future. So yeah, here we go. Let's bring our armies in. Let's siege down the enemy capital here. And let's get this little rebellion done and dealt with here. They're gathering up their forces once again. Looks like they're probably going to... Oh, where are you going? Are you going to go... Are you going to try to siege me down? I'm a little bit worried about that. I think we're gonna let this siege play out. Do we have anybody who's good at sieging here? Let's see. We need to get a siege guy here at some point because we need to get these sieges done faster. I'm relative. Oh, the Emperor is dead. Died under mysterious circumstances. The Emperor was murdered. How much do you want to bet that it was freaking Duke Stearman here who murdered the Emperor? Because like this guy has just been going ham on like power plays here in the Empire. So the Emperor has been murdered, died under mysterious circumstances. So now Basileus Aristarchus is currently in charge. And luckily he didn't inherit his father's massive debt, although I think he probably should have. You know, maybe the collectors came and just took everything from their court or something like that. But so he's still, and he's profligate as well, so he still owes a lot of money. And yeah, I don't think he's gonna have much more power than the previous emperor did anyways. But I guess we shall see here. The siege is almost done, so I think that we will... There we go. All right, so we got that siege done, and now we need to... Oh, what is going on here? Why is there a massive army going up against the... Who is this? What army is this? The Kingdom of Gardariki? Why are your troops down here? We didn't... We're being raided? What? Isn't your aunt our... Your aunt is our wife. Why are you raiding us? What is going on here? I don't even know what... There's just way too much going on in this. And I'm curious to see what you guys think of everything that's going on. So I'm just going to end the episode here because I want to know... I want to see your guys' comments on this episode because there's way too much stuff going on. So yeah, I'm going to listen and read your comments about this before I go any further. So until then, thank you for watching.